It's the 12th day of sunny June 2023, a Monday. Even.
Good morning. Welcome to Island.
And a pretty lady to look at across the glass.
Don't try and do it now. I already saw you earlier. Don't try it.
What?
I saw you cheating earlier with our guest.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
No, she
Sure.
was. Nah.
Candy, he says that to all the ladies.
I know.
He says that to all the ladies, Candy.
Too late. I believe Azard.
Good morning to everybody. I just want to share some 10 positive words this morning. Yes, so it's abundant, dynamic, generous, graceful, joyful, bubbly, elated, hopeful, humble, kind.
I think I'm going to take all 10. I was running through the list while you were going. Yeah, I'm
Abundant,
embracing all 10.
dynamic, generous, grateful, joyful, bubbly, elated, hopeful, humble, kind.
Nice.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Some of them are a little feminine, but anyway.
Which one? Which one?
He probably looking at bubbly. You know,
Bubbly,
Is bubbly?
yes, bubbly is what I was thinking.
I figured when
I
I
thought
said
you would have leaned into champagne.
when I said bubbly, I said
Ah.
Gaston would have none of that.
I don't know. I know in both of these articles there was mention that our legislation is going to be revised. So I'm waiting to see when this is tabled and revised in Parliament.
Yeah.
Obviously there are some gaps, loopholes, whatever you want to phrase them as, that we need to tighten. Since this whole fiasco began, I know this is something that the government has been saying because the Prime Minister is adamant that we're not going to be a safe haven for human traffickers and smuggling and person who use illegal means to enter our borders. So
I mean, we have to look at beefing up border security as well. I mean, so far based on the outcomes that we've seen, that they have been able to, capture and save and rescue persons. Seeing that there's some activity as it relates to border control. So that should continue and increase.
yeah, definitely. And like you said, I'm gonna piggyback off of your last comment. Capture. I saw they made 2 arrests this weekend.
Oh yes, they did. That was
Good job.
Yes, definitely.
I was very surprised, but pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
The last 2 murders, number 15 and number 16, unfortunately, to name them that, but that's exactly what it was. The last 2 murders that they caught the persons who committed those crimes.
Yeah, I mean, it still has to go through the trial process. It still has to go through all of that. But to see that, they have already started investigation, have enough evidence to charge, shows that the police forces is working. I think that might be competent to the people.
Right. But just looking into the background of these 2 persons, they are not first-time offenders.
Yeah.
They're not first-time offenders.
So it's all about the rehabilitation process. Yeah.
There's much to be said about that as well.
And
So
I mean,
we'll see how that goes.
We have tried, and I don't know how possible it is going to be, to get persons who would have been involved in, activities,
Criminal activities.
to come and speak and try to encourage and inspire others not to
Not
take
to
down,
follow that path.
that
Exactly.
path. Because we have, as a community, we have to also do our part to
Right.
ensure that, we try to encourage others not to take down that path, not to go into that direction.
And I'm glad you said that, because when Mr. Pell was visiting with us, one of the things he said was that society is not necessarily welcoming to persons who would have gone down that path, would have reformed, would have been rehabilitated, and now they want to come back into society.
Yes.
But I think it's a twofold. You have to show us that you are reformed, that you are rehabilitated, that there is definitely a change, and that if you're going to come out and want to mingle and be in society, then we are better off for that. You're not the same person you've definitely changed and you want to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah.
And so one of the things we were trying to do with the show we had last week, was it last week? Just last
last
week.
week Monday.
Right. Was to inform the public, show the public, like, look, not because you did a crime and you were actually in jail or you serve your time, it means that you're still that person. You know, there's room for change, there's room for growth, and it's a two-way street. You do your part and we do our part, as in accepting you, forgiving you, and, you know, trying to bridge that gap. So it's a ticklish topic.
Yeah, and definitely, you know, you're looking at the situation and you're hoping that, you know, that the individual changes, because as you said, based on the arrests that you've seen and the background that you have looked at, these aren't first-time offenders, you said.
Right.
And so it's not just about serving a sentence and entering back into the community, but entering into the community as a changed individual, one who is fully rehabilitated, and one who recognizes the consequence of his or her actions in the past in a hope to not repeat them again.
Right. And then in that same light now, you come and you give some insight so that it now is a deterrent to persons that are already involved in that or are at the beginning of that path and they can possibly turn away.
Yes.
So that's what we were trying to accomplish with the show last week. And I'm hoping that it didn't fall on deaf ears. I'm hoping that the persons that participated see the good that they could do. Because I still believe there's a lot of work left to be done.
Yes.
And I am hoping that it would have reached someone that needed to hear it.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone has a responsibility. You look at the parents, you look at the schools, you look at the community.
Church.
The church. We see so many times where we can see ourselves where an individual is going down a wrong path. We can see the indication, and at times persons just see it as, you know, maybe that's, some people may laugh at the situation, some people might trivialize the situation, you know, kids will be kids and stuff like
Turn
that.
a blind eye out, ain't nothing to do with me.
Yeah, and even parents sometimes are oblivious, even though the evidence is clear within their eyesight that, you know, there's something wrong with your child and something wrong with the behavior in which he or she exhibits. So
there are always signs. There are signs, especially if you know the individual, you know your child, and you're an attentive parent.
Yeah, you can see, and
you see the signs.
you try. You have to, you know, you have to nip it right there and then.
Yeah, one of the guests actually said that. He said it was bad company.
Yeah,
he was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and actually two of them said that, and things just spilled over.
Yeah.
So. Hopefully we would have made an impact.
Yeah. And hopefully we could have shows like that again.
Yes.
And perhaps even
I think it's essential.
In the future have discussions where persons could understand that there's no real, what's the cost of a life, the taking of a life, sometimes over the most trivial things. Sometimes over the most trivial things you have caused devastation to home and family, to communities. And you know, I was reading, you know, so you know, something on the internet, and it says, you know, death leaves a heartache that no one could, you know, replace or heal. You understand?
And just this weekend I saw a video of OJ. And it was, I think it was his grandson's mother. And I saw that like first thing yesterday morning, and I was just in tears because just thinking about the repercussions, how old the child is, and he no longer has his grandfather.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because that is such a gaping hole.
Yeah.
And his son, I know his young son, and I can't help but think, how are they coping? Father's Day is next week Sunday. You know,
Yeah, we're all community, we're all involved.
It's sad.
It's like a domino effect. You remove one domino and everything just falls. Everything changes. It's like a rock that you throw into a pond. It ripples.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's the ripple effect.
Yeah,
Yep.
but the pond is never the same, because even though it goes back to being still after the rippling effect, there's something new that has been added
Exactly.
that was not there before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. Hopefully, like you said, we can do more shows like that and highlight, because I think people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And these things, you do one crazy action in maybe a heated moment, but that is something that you have to live with for the rest of your life.
Yes.
The victim and the perpetrator, because now you're in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever life you had, whatever children you had out here, you've now left them. And then the person that you've killed, they've left their children and their life as well. So it's never going to be the same.
Exactly. We have traffic talk, and so we're going to take a short break, acknowledge our sponsors, and get right back with traffic talk.
The Sound 98.9
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured. When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
It's 8:32 and it's time for Traffic Talk, brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Good morning,
Yes.
Inspector.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, all.
How are you today?
Pretty much okay.
Nice. We'll take okay. Given the heat outside and everything else, yeah, we'll take okay.
Yeah, in here feels cool
Amazing. Tell
compared to
us,
outside.
tell
So-
us what your topic is today, Inspector.
Today we'll be speaking or would further educate persons on the traffic lights and signals.
Awesome. Good topic. Let's get into it.
Okay. A study was conducted for the traffic conditions and the traffic volumes and pedestrian activity throughout Bastia, mostly at the major intersection in Bastia. And the data collected led us to the installation of a number of traffic lights and signals. And we all know they are at certain junctions in Bastia, such as Keyon Street and College Street, Bay Road and College Street, Port Zante West, Port Zante East, Sandown Road and Bay Road, Wellington Road and Leonard Dickinson Street, 4th Street and Bay Road, 4th Street and Keyon Street, in the East Independence Square Street and Keyon Street, and of course, the last was the Bird Rock Junction. We all know the purpose of the traffic lights. They were designed to ensure an orderly flow of traffic and as well to allow pedestrians to cross safely and other road users of other vehicles to cross in the intersection. And the lights also reduces the vehicles entering the intersections. Right. And we all know an intersection is where 2 or more road crosses at the same time. Good, as I indicated before, the lights are placed in the intersections. We all know that each lights, they have the red, yellow, amber, and so I will give you the definitions for each one of the lights. All right, so we know once a vehicular traffic facing a green light, you may proceed. You may proceed straight through or turn right or left unless a signal or marking prohibits you from doing such. A green arrow, once you say a green arrow, that's subject that the driver shall turn in the direction indicated by the signal. Now, in the case if you are traveling west on the Bay Road and you reach that interjunction where 4th Street and the Bay Road, if you are traveling and there is no upcoming traffic from the other end and the lights doesn't show a green arrow, you can proceed.
Yes.
So long as there is traffic flowing, you will have to wait until the arrow is displayed.
I feel like you should repeat that because
Actually,
I usually go
thanks for clearing out
nuts
that.
every morning. Like if I'm coming up from, let's say, outside, like when you come, I don't know what the name of that street is at the side of KFC and Courts.
Yeah.
When you get there, if there's no oncoming traffic and it's green, you don't have to wait for the arrow. Please just go.
I think it's Dilly Hill Street, if I'm.
Is it?
Yeah,
And
I think so.
as you said, right by when you're going up 4th Street,
By the
right.
post office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same instance where
Nothing is coming.
Yeah.
The light is green. But I think a lot of persons don't know that because we recently, well, for me, I recently learned when you're coming up that road, what is it called? From the Bay Road when you're headed towards Bird Rock. If you're in that that lane, the side lane is almost like, she had a specific name for it. Is it the turning lane, the merging lane? What do you guys call it? That if there is no traffic,
the split lane at the Bird Rock
by
junction,
the Bird Rock, yes.
That lane doesn't operate with the lights.
Yes.
So you can proceed, but
Exactly.
you always
As long as
it's
remember
safe
to
to do
give
so.
way
Right.
to traffic on your
exactly, and I think people need to understand that because enough times I'm up there and people are stopping and I'm like, you're not restricted by the traffic light. Once there's no traffic coming towards you, you can go.
Go. Like
Just
I'm usually in
go.
my car, like go. Just
Yes.
go. Exactly.
One time I overtake. I went.
I just passed like and watch them like, why are you still there?
Yes. Nothing coming in, but they're waiting until the light turns
And the
green.
lights have nothing to do with them.
P.T. Rose wasn't around, but anyway.
Oh God! Please continue, Inspector.
Nothing would have been. I did nothing wrong.
Jam says I'm messing up.
I did nothing wrong. They were obstructing the traffic.
Exactly.
So as I said before, if you are traveling from east to west along the Bay Road and you reach the intersection there of Bay Road and 4th Street and you want to turn right into 4th Street, so long as there's a green light and no traffic coming from the opposite direction, you can proceed. So long as traffic is approaching from the other direction, you have to remain until you get that green arrow. Vehicular traffic facing a yellow signal is thereby warned that the related green light is being terminated, or that a red indication will be exhibited immediately thereafter. So you have to pay attention to the lights. Okay, a steady red light means the driver shall bring his vehicle to a complete stop, or before he arrives at the limit line. That's the white line.
Right.
That is marked on the intersection. You must stay behind that line. When there's a yellow flashing light, the drivers of the vehicle facing such signal may proceed through the intersection or pass such signal with caution, giving way to pedestrian. A flashing red light, the driver shall stop, then proceed using the rules of an intersection where traffic lights are not in operation. Pedestrian must be given the right of way. So you find, I think it's after midnight, the lights will be flashing steadily. So once you are got to, you still have to be cautious in driving through that light.
You know, I just wondered if anybody, when it was flashing, just stayed there to wait to see if anything would change.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what's happening here? Are they broken? And then like I realized that, okay, nobody's coming, it's not, whatever, and I kind of went.
I noticed that you all suspend them not every time. Is there a rhyme or reason to when they suspend them, or is just that maybe you all figure? Because I know sometimes, I know you all don't suspend them every time, but I know maybe, say maybe 6 times out of 10, you like after 2 or so, you'll see them suspended. It's just a matter of maybe you all figure, okay, let's just suspend them because there's usually no traffic at that time.
I thought
or
it was
whatever.
programmed already.
The lights are programmed,
Oh, okay.
and so they are not controlled by traffic.
Yeah, that I know. That I know. Okay. But I was
Yeah.
just wondering if you all knew. Okay.
Because now I'm wondering if I've ever seen them like not flashing after a certain time. Now you're making me think now.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
But Jamster, how many times are you up in the night after 12 to do a count like that?
Not
You have to remember I'm a DJ.
Good save.
So tell us exactly when you see a yellow light, what are you supposed to actually do?
Okay. Vehicle traffic facing a steady yellow light or signal is hereby warned that the related green light is being terminated. That is, the light is just changed now. It's changing. So if it is green, you're going to see the yellow, and then you're going to turn to the red.
To the red.
Yes.
Are you allowed to drive before it becomes red?
Well, I wouldn't do that. And I would not suggest that drivers do that, because sometimes it often leads to accident,
Exactly.
because that is when people feel as though they can beat the
The
traffic
red,
light.
and
It's a
they're-
warning, so you should adhere to that yellow light.
We have a call. Do you want to take the call?
Sure.
Traffic Talk, you're on the air.
Yes. Good morning, Jamstore.
I
good
almost
morning.
was certain that you would have been culture. You know, in my head, I said this has to be culture.
Police without pay.
Police without pay.
That's right. Good morning,
Yes,
Azard. I missed
morning.
you last week.
Thank you. I was here, you know. I think I
Oh,
left.
you-
I left like the latter half an hour of the show on Friday.
Monday.
Oh, okay.
On Monday.
And morning, Miss Police.
Good morning, sir.
Short
Oh.
notice. I have on record, and it is recorded, that 2 people lost their lives innocently by people, riders of motorcycle, pop wheeling. The first one lost his life from the motorcycle pop wheeling is right on the street as soon as you pass the police station going east, about 40 yards. A pedestrian, a senior citizen, he was crossing the road on the pedestrian crossing. And it was in the evening after 6. And a motorcycle passed across the station, pop wheeling, and knocked him down in the pedestrian crossing. Hours after he died at the hospital. That's one. And the second one, it was last year, August. I think it was the the 14th, somewhere around there, there was a motorcade, and a motorcyclist had on a pillion ride on the motorcycle, and the pop wheel, and the pillion drop off, went in a coma, and from the coma was board box and pretty flowers down in the cemetery, dead through pop wheeling, ignorance. So I asking you, if there is a drive out there on the road, especially the busy streets in St. Kitts, because that is where they go to do them foolishness. Because they know a lot of people on those streets, so they go there that people could see them. If there isn't a drive yet, you all need to start the drive from yesterday. That all of them who pop wheeling on the motorcycle or bicycle in the road, deal with them hard. Not no little fingernail polish punishment. That's all I have to say for now. I got more to say about this pop wheeling business, but I'll say it some other time. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, caller, with those two accidents that you mentioned, persons were arrested and the matters are before the court.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
This pop wheeling
Inspector,
thing is getting real crazy.
Yep.
I know that I know you guys had a church service, and you were telling me that sometimes officers are selected to give a message. And you said you wanted to share part of that with us, which I think might be reassuring to the general public.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, all officers who attended the relevant churches in their districts were tasked with reading a message to our communities and the church in ensuring safety. So I would read a portion of that message.
Okay.
Again, I say good morning to everyone out there. I want to address a topic that has been weighing heavily on the hearts and minds of many of us in St. Kitts and Nevis. It is the rising homicide rate in our beloved federation. It is understandable that the issue had caused worry, fear, and concern among our communities. But let us remember that we are here to find solace, strength, and guidance in our faith. In times like these, it is crucial that we come together as a community, supporting and uplifting one another. We must stand strong in the face of adversity, united by our shared belief in the power of love, compassion, and forgiveness.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks for that
Wait.
message.
And we want to go back to the phone lines.
Okay.
Traffic Talk, you're on the air.
Yes, my inspector friend,
Yes, sir.
is all right we come in here every Monday and talk in traffic, eh? And citizens keep seeing the same stupidness over and over. Riders with bike, riding up and down the weekend, speeding, papa wheelie, I can't do bigger culture. You know, we see it daily and nothing doing. Are you in charge? Put things in place. Make some of these officers come out at night and deal with this thing in looking bad. For instance, coming across Liverpool, people all of a sudden you start feeling something think it's open up. People just coming off of Liverpool, they go around the clock. Somebody gone dead down there. Officer, inspector, I want you to give Mr. Bradshaw, the station inspector, tell him to come down report because he's got a problem that I think it's going to take all these embarrassment for the music festival coming in. We cannot get vague on doing as the like down Port Dante. Wherever he doing for in the station and people down there who's supposed to drive in the security and then doing it, jam down and come and talk. Please to tell Mr. Bradshaw come down there, otherwise I will return. And I don't think they will like why I'm going to be talking when I come the next time. Please, I try to send message to him. He's the man in charge. Make an effort and come. He's my friend, but I'm very straight when he comes to think it. And down there, we got to have some decency. Vegans can't come down there doing as they like. And nobody doing them because them and police is friends. We don't want that in Thinkits. Have a good day.
Okay, call. I've taken all your concern and I would share it accordingly.
Interesting. Wow. Were you finished with your thing?
No, so I'll continue. We must take action outside. Reach out to our neighbors, friends, and family who may be struggling. Offer them our support, encouragement, and a listening ear. Let us support our Commissioner of Police and all law enforcement agencies in our effort to maintain peace and security. Engage in constructive dialogues. Participate in community initiatives and promote awareness about the importance of peace coexistence. Together we can make a difference in making our beloved Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis a safer one.
Agreed.
Thank you for that message.
Wow. It has been a hard couple weeks. I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. I mean, every day is something else. So, yeah. You definitely have our support. I mean, I looked at the press conference. I saw different messages coming out. You know, everybody's basically asking the community to be vigilant. You know, you see something, say something. And I did see that they had 2 arrests over the weekend.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm hopeful that we continue on that trend.
I'm also happy to see that the police have taken the initiative to go to, the churches yesterday and to share messages with members of the community. I think that is a good look, especially what's happening in our
It's a
federation.
sense of connectivity. Actually, on Saturday, I saw some Defense Force persons patrolling my area. When I saw the guy first with his gun, I was like, oh, Lord, what's happening now? But then I realized that they were patrolling.
Yes.
And I know Honorable Marsha Henderson did say that we were going to see more police presence and they were going to have patrols. So thank you for that.
We have another call. Traffic Talk, you're on. Okay, I guess. Hopefully that person. Okay, here we go. Traffic Talk, you're on.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. I'm calling. This question is for the officer. Where exactly is Rectory Road? Where does it start and where does it end?
Okay, I used to live on that road, so I will tell you. It's actually Old Rectory Road, not Rectory Road. But anyway, it's a road that goes up from Market Street. You know where the pipe, where the standpipe is, down on Market Street, just below Jabo.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so it's a road that goes up, the same road that the late Captain Maynard just lived on. So it goes from
that one straight across and goes up to Lovina Maynard's place.
yes, and then goes and then
That's the road.
yes,
That's the road.
that's Old Rectory Road.
Is there
And
a sign there?
no, there's no sign. And then you can cross over into Greenlands over the bridge at the very top, and then there's a right branch that takes you up into Shadwell. Yeah.
The reason why I'm calling because I went there looking for a sign and I see no sign. I just hear it come on the news at Rectory Road and I've been asking Christian, where does this road start and where does it end? So I'm looking for the sign, but there's no sign there.
No,
It's time for them to pay attention to the road signs.
Yeah, there's never been a sign.
So when people hear these things, everybody laughs. But where this thing happen? Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your contribution, Carl. Thank you for your input.
You could have a whole other program with a whole other government department about the fact that
Quite a number of streets
don't have
signs.
names and don't have numbers and stuff like that. Yeah, let's take another call. Traffic Talk, you're on.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey.
Officer,
So,
heard you one of you said just now, and this has been said many years ago. See something, say something. And I'm going to add something to that. CYC, clear your conscience. That is the reason why you find people like Jam Down and myself and others. Every chance we get, we call in and let you all know where there are problems. And since we see something and we say something, well, then we want to see action be taken to what we see and we're talking about. We don't want these things here put up and put up. And when people ask police to please come in this area, come check out that and check out this, they don't show up because we're not going to hush. When it comes to me and Jam Down especially, we're watching a face. I do exam to enter the police force, and I pass everything except for one thing. The man who was supposed to give me when he started to interview me, he was smiling. He liked what I said. But then when I tell him what the truth is about, when he said, you cannot be a police and be a member of any organization. I tell him, well, I'm only a member of two things, the Bicycle Racing Association and the Labor Union. He said, no, he don't mean no union or nothing. So, well, I agree with you because I was working for the government and the government was the union and he ain't take me on. He tell me if they want me, they will call me. All because I tell the truth. So therefore, I am saying this. When we report about these nonsense we're going on the road, we are talking because we're concerned for other people's lives and we want the country to be clean without any negative activity taking place and cause havoc in the place. Thank you all very much again for listening.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for contributing. You know, we had an accident this morning. Officer, what's the information based on the accident? Has anything been circulated as yet from the police force?
Well, we indeed had a accident, and it's our number 2 road fatality for 2023.
Oh my. Condolences to the person.
Further communication will be forwarded to the relevant station by the police PRO.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not good that we have a fatality, but it's number 2.
Yes.
So, I mean, hopefully it's the last. But condolences to the family
Absolutely.
of the person that lost their life this morning.
We have a call. Traffic Talk, you're on.
Yeah, good morning, Jamster, and good morning
Hi.
to the officer there.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling to, it is disturbing me of Westbourne God. You know, where the buses them just come out to go on the West End. So then when they're coming out, they have to be swaying off because remember they have 2 railings there in the gut, in the drainage, and one is out and only one keeping, and then the busmen them have to be swerving off one to get to come. So if they can put 2 speed bumps in that area to avoid the busmen them from swerving off from each other, they might have an accident, and they better go and look at it and let the authorities at Public Works do something about it. It is very dangerous with these busmen. Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. I will definitely go and have a look and get a good understanding
Another
of what
call.
you are speaking about.
Yeah. Traffic Talk, you're on. Hello? Hello, Traffic Talk. Okay. And we're not getting anyone on that call.
We just want to encourage callers, you know, as you call in, to everyone is here. You could express
can say good morning to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not really that hard. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
We had like 4 calls where
No, I
that
meant
part wasn't
the Westbourne.
done.
The Westbourne thing. I didn't understand. What do you mean? What railing they were talking about? I was a little confused.
I'm not sure if he meant, you know, when you exit in Westbourne to go whether west or east on Keyon Street, where you have to walk up the steps. I don't know if it's that what he's speaking about.
Westbourne cut?
College Street
Well,
got.
what is
College Street got.
That's what was confusing me because he said Westbourne. I was like, what?
No, he meant College Street got. Sorry.
Okay.
At least you understood.
No, he should be saying sorry, not you.
At least she understood.
Let's take another call. I don't know what's going on with this. This is the one that when we press it, there's no one there. Okay. Traffic Talk, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Okay, you're the last caller. So
Good morning.
No question to the police. What does it mean 20 or 40 miles per hour? I may say 40 miles per hour on the highway. It does not mean, you can correct me, it does not mean that a person can go 10 miles per hour, but they cannot go more than 40. You see the same thing you mentioned about the lights and regulating traffic? That is the purpose for speed limits in areas. Now I'm saying, 8 o'clock in the morning, rush hour, no disrespect to the learners and the teachers, on the highway going 10 miles per hour, that is cause for accident. When a man come out of the car in a jam, it's full speed, he gone here. You cannot tell me that you can, but it is absolutely incorrect for the police to say that I cannot go 50 miles per hour, but the other person can go 10. That is absolutely ridiculous. I need to look into that. People do get tickets for going too slow, you know. It is also an offense because they are obstructing traffic. Bless.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, caller, here we have 2 speed limit, which is 20 miles per hour and 40 miles per hour. We cannot do anything about that unless the law changes and the speed limits are upgraded. Yes, it's also an offense if you drive too slow, you obstruct, that is on our books. But as it relates to the speed limit, there is only 2, that's 20 miles per hour and 40 miles per hour.
I think he made a point about the learners as well.
Okay. Okay, Inspector.
That is also an issue on the road.
Yes. So it's 1 minute past 9.
So Inspector, give you the last word.
I'm appealing to all drivers, owners of vehicle, ensure that persons who are in charge of your vehicle have the appropriate license and make sure they are covered by insurance when driving on the road. Because, as you know, the life you save could be your very own.
Yes.
Nicely done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a short break.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
So who you left the kids with tonight? Nobody.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Outside Summer Sale event on Hoscos Building and Navy Centers. Don't miss out on the Outside Summer Sale event happening happening now at Hospice Building and Nevis Centers. With summer officially here, we're offering great deals and discounts on a wide range of outdoor summer items. Take advantage of our 25% off on selected products throughout the month of June. Sale items include barbecue grills, coolers, pools, swimming accessories, veranda chairs, fans, portable and stationary AC units, and much more. We have a wide selection of outdoor summer items available at discounted prices. Visit Hospice Building and Nevis Centers to take advantage of our outside summer sales event happening now. Remember, selected outside summer items are 25% off. Enjoy the summer season with great deals on outside outdoor essentials. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
It's 4 minutes after 9 o'clock. And we've got a representative from the St. Kitts Nevis Trades and Labor Union joining us now.
Good morning and welcome. How are you doing?
Yes.
Fine, thank you.
So tell us, we have Nadine in here. Tell us about yourself.
Yes.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Nadine Nato, and I am a member of the St. Kitts Nevis Trades and Labor Union Executive Committee. Awesome. And this morning, I'm here to share some information about International Domestic Workers Day, which is observed on 16th of June, 2023, which is this coming Friday.
Okay, so tell us what this day is.
Well, domestic workers are individuals, both females and males, who are employed in homes of others. They perform duties such as taking care of children, the elderly, and they also cook and clean.
Okay.
Right? So our General Secretary, who is Ms. Precious Mills, is our representative of the Regional Domestic Workers Network.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She attended a conference last year in Jamaica, last October, in Jamaica, which was organized jointly by the International Domestic Workers Federation, IDWF, and Women in Informal Employment Globalizing and Organizing, we call that WIGO, and hosted by the Jamaican Household Workers Union.
Okay, I know when she visited us for the before the May Day celebration,
Yes.
she did mention that this was coming up. So tell us some more about it. Is this the first time we're going to be celebrating it in St.
Well,
Kitts?
this
or?
is an annual celebration.
Okay.
It's an annual celebration. And this year, I know, well, Precious is very passionate. This is her area. And she's currently representing our union as the worker representative at the 111th Workers International Labor Organization Conference, which is being held being held in Switzerland, Geneva.
Yes.
Yes. So she sends her regards in sending love to all domestic workers of our federation.
So what do you guys have planned for this
So
day?
for our observance this year, International Domestic Workers, our union has designed some special T-shirts, which is to be worn on the day. And the message of our union shirt says, join the union. Together, we have a strong voice. Funding for our efforts have been provided by the International Domestic Workers, which has been facilitated through the Caribbean Domestic Workers Network. And we are extremely grateful. And we want to say thank you to our regional coordinator, Mrs. Imani Duncan Price, for her support, and also well-known domestic workers leader, Miss Shirley Price.
Oh, so you said this is an annual thing. But
Yes.
unfortunately, this is the first time I'm hearing of it. So I'm sorry, I'm going to swamp you with questions.
That's okay.
So
She's
what do
excited about it.
Yes. What do you guys usually do on this day? Is there a march? Is there a seminar?
Well, for this year, I know we are embarking on the T-shirt drive. So T-shirts would be available for all domestic workers. You can come to the union and collect your T-shirts, and also there'll be free registration, so you don't have to pay for registration. 'Cause annual registration is $10 per member to become a member, but on Friday it's going to be free. So
now,
you
do
can
you
come
guys
across.
have a list of all of the domestic workers? Like, is it a requirement that they are at least? I wouldn't want to say registered because you just mentioned that they could come and be registered. But is there somewhere that there's a list of all these persons that are engaged in this?
Perhaps yes, because it's done globally. It's done globally, so we would have that information beforehand, so we know who is there, which group you're from, and organization, etc., where you represent and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you have like an estimate as to how many we have?
Not sure.
I see she's excited about signing up. I'm there thinking that Candy has.
I'm just wondering the numbers and how they're taken care of, and if there is an incident, who do they report to? What is the reporting process like? I told you I have like a whole bunch of questions in my head.
Well, we have that collaboration. You can come and speak to someone at the union. We will assist you to, with your whatever problem or issues you may have. You can get that done at the union.
Okay, so it's essential that they join
them. Yes, it is
them.
essential. Yes.
And the reporting process is relatively easy.
It's relatively easy. Someone will assist you, whether the president, the VP, or the secretary, whoever else.
So
is
persons
available.
that they is within office hours.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We open from 9 daily, so someone will be there to assist you.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Interesting.
And I noticed that when you read it out, you said men and women, so it's not just a female field.
Right. It's enclosed both genders.
Awesome.
That's that's the domestic?
Yes, domestic
domestic workers.
Yes. Because
Oh.
people often think that it's only women that do this job. But they're nannies and they're mannies. And
Right.
I've never heard mannies.
Even social workers too are domestics, And home care officers. I must say home care officers.
Yes.
Yeah, they are also in that category as domestic workers. Yeah.
See, I'm learning more. Thank you so much
Yes,
for that.
so I also want to say thanks to our local printers, that's Unique Fashion, located in College Street.
Good morning,
Those are the
Ganesh.
ones who did our shirts. And shirts would be available from tomorrow. So persons can come as early as tomorrow, the latest by Wednesday, to get your shirts from the Union office on Church Street.
What color are they this year?
It's white with the red writing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So it says International Domestic Workers Day, 16 June 2023. Domestic workers are workers too, and we have the union logo, and then you have join the union, lend a helping hand.
Right, and then everybody's going to be wearing them on Friday.
On Friday, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So we have that organized for them.
Well, thank you so much for coming in to share that
No
with us.
problem.
When Precious reached out, I was like, I didn't want to torment her with the questions, so I
Yes.
saved them for you, Nadine.
Oh my! And she really did have questions this morning. I am saying she's going to be a part of the committee.
I'm
to
just
assist.
curious. I'm just curious because for me, it's like I know when they visited.
Yes.
One of the things that I told Precious I was concerned about is that there weren't more sections or sectors of the union, as in bankers and agricultural persons and teachers and nurses, domestic workers.
Well, we had from our October conference, that's the union's conference, there was an immediate action plan was put in place to pass a resolution to have a domestic workers section. So we are currently working on that to have them included in our plan. Okay.
Is this something that not only was it missing, but persons have been petitioning for?
Yes, we have lots of that.
Do you
lots of
find that
complaints.
the specific sector is I don't want to use the word abuse, but maybe disadvantaged more than any other worker?
Yes, we are. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have had lots of issues coming in, and we just try to work accordingly with them, hear their views, try to find a solution to the situation, etc. Yeah. So we have been having lots, and lots of complaints.
Okay, well then this activity is definitely needed.
Yes.
Thank you guys for putting it together. Interesting. And unfortunate that, I feel because persons think that they're not represented.
Right.
That might be half of the problem right there.
Yes. So we're trying to, up it up for them.
Yes.
Step up.
Yes. And is there a fear of them joining, you think, or?
Well, it's not, I won't say there's a fear. It's just that I don't know how they portray or how they would react. Depends on their job, their job space, but I don't think it's a fear. But we work with them accordingly.
Okay. That's good to know. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we're happy to have you in. Thank you for visiting us this morning. I am hoping that a good amount of domestic workers turn out on Friday, or maybe even before Friday, to collect their T-shirts.
Yes.
And sport them.
Right.
And so at least they know that, and others know that there's representation, there's hope, there's help. So good luck with your event, and thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome. And just to know that it's free for the month of June. Registration for all domestic workers is free. Okay, and remember to get your T-shirts. And we just want to say we are looking forward to engaging with all workers, all domestic workers, and we want to speak to the employers of them also. And again, we say join the union. Together, we have a strong voice.
Thank you for coming, Nadine.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're most kindly welcome.
Have a good day and an awesome week.
Thank you.
And I'm going to look out for those T-shirts on Friday.
No problem.
I'm going to make sure she has some.
I don't have any domestic workers.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I know.
But I'll make sure that you get your T-shirt.
Thank you so much.
You could still.
So I can support.
Yes. I was thinking more of supportive.
Supporting the cause.
Yes.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Have a good one today.
So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with Island Tea.
Feel free to sign up anytime.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Hey, this is your boy, Super Handy Andy, with your Super Handy Andy deals at Hostels Building Center for the month of June. 3/4 horsepower convertible jet pump was $20,0292, now only $17,0249. 5-gallon bucket of Seasons Weather Guard Pro was $717.61, now $609.97. 72-inch curved shower rod was $288.22, now $244.99. Adjustable tree floor lamp was $290.05. Get it now for $246.54. 52-inch hugger ceiling fan was $548.65. Get it now for just $411.49. 4-piece combo toolkit was $1283.85. Is now just only $962.89. Super handy Andy deals at Hostels Building Center for the month of June, making home improvement easy.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere.
How do I prepare a disaster plan? Step 1. Learn as much as you can. The first step is research. Do not wait until a disaster is coming to find important information. This step is incredibly important for your plan. Here are some things you should find out. What hazards are you exposed to? Do you live near the ocean or any rivers? Are you near to a volcano? The type of hazard you're exposed to will determine the way you prepare yourself. Find out about disaster plans at your child's school and at your workplace. Are there persons with disabilities in your family? Do you know how to help them? What about your pets? Do you have a plan for them? For more information, visit NEMA.kn or log on to NEMA SKN on Facebook.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody.
And
somebody's trying to get in.
we are back.
Yes,
9:21.
we're back. Yes, so we realize.
You know what he just reminded me of?
What's that?
You used to watch Sesame Street.
Of course.
You remember they used to have that bit with Grover as a
Super Grover?
No, not that one where he's a reporter outside, and then like when they go to him, he's always talking. Like he's always talking to Beverly.
He goes crazy.
Like he's always talking. It's no, this is.
You mean
remember that
so
I have
funny.
part of Sesame Street in forever. Thank you for nice
So
memory,
we
Jam.
just had a little conversation in here because we realized on is it the YouTube
It's
page?
YouTube.
The YouTube page saying that guests are talking and you're down on the phone. Sometimes we're here on the phone, but we're here doing other things as relates to the show. Sometimes we're looking at the comments, trying to see if there are persons who are making comments that we need to raise, like for
asking questions.
Asking questions the same way we're able to see your comment as soon as you put it in about the phones. And sometimes there are backstory issues happening while we're here that we have to discuss as well.
Like
as
when
a
the
team.
officer was here, and we heard about the this morning fatality.
Yeah.
We knew that because somebody sent us the message.
Yes.
So it's not always when you see us in the phone, it means that we're not paying attention. Like for instance, this morning we had some technical issues, as many of you would have messaged me saying, where are the cameras? What's wrong with the cameras?
And then persons that are saying, well, we can't hear you, we can't think. So sometimes persons are messaging us about things that are going on in the show to make it better. So it's sometimes if you ignore the phones altogether, there might be something that someone is trying to tell you that you're not able to relate or to assist with. Yeah.
Agreed. Thank you for highlighting that. Yes, and good morning to persons now joining us. I see someone from Dominica. Good morning, Nadia.
That's on the YouTube?
Yes.
Because at the same time, I remember somebody who always used to comment on YouTube and Facebook and say, what they may read in the comments, they may read in the comments.
They used to get very angry. Because sometimes I don't even have the comments on, but then persons would send questions and comments.
Okay, I just had someone calling, but they hung up, and then they never seem to consider that we have other. They think we're just waiting on their call. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Island T, you're on.
Yes, Jam Store.
Yeah.
Wanna win FM Pitbull again? Watch you. You all just now ain't do a good job in a Jam Store. I thought you all with a open. Ask the lady to take about 2-3 questions. Because we got a serious problem with people joining a union. These things we want happening and think it's, especially for me,
So,
as a young man,
I understand, but
that
when they
these
book,
young
they didn't book
generations
for
coming
that.
through don't want to join a union. We understand we're going in the party, the trade and labor union. Young people step up, are playing to in charge of the union and Church Street to let some of these illicit players stay in the back. And let the young people them come forward. We have to do like the West Islands them down the island.
Yeah.
Workers getting too much knocked about in the country. You see it from Indians, you see it from Chinese, you see we ain't gonna take this no more, you know.
The reason why we didn't open the phone calls, and I understand your concern.
I'm trying to call her all the time.
But they paid for.
What happened is
these people look like they're afraid to focus, you know, ever since a little boy. When I start to come tongue of me own, had to run away from mommy to come tongue. It's done the talkers I be listening more like them talk.
Yeah,
why you think I supposed? I think it's history.
That's good to know. What happened is when they booked, they only wanted to do 15 minutes.
I want you all when these kind of people and organizations come, I give a chance. Let me give you a little info.
Okay, let me answer you now. So when they booked, listen, when they booked, they only wanted 15 minutes and they were very specific with what they wanted to discuss.
Don't even understand that deal. That deal just selling the union, you know. And I like the T-shirt gesture. The T-shirt thing where they come in with. I love it.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear your support.
We got to straighten out what's going on in these islands, you know. For instance, we workers in the cane field, industrial, getting knocked out for all their lives. I know some girls now and stick to work all the years in the factory, get nothing. And our representative in the government, they don't study us.
Yeah.
They don't study us.
As I said before, the trade union should be separate and apart from any political party, and it should be separate and apart from government. Because if workers are feeling issues, are feeling the squeeze, the union should be a separate entity that would be able to go to government and have negotiations. Government can negotiate with itself.
Right. And he made some valid points, because that's some of the stuff I was actually discussing with Precious, and she visited, and I just had a quick conversation with Nadine. I'm happy to see that there are younger persons, so the injection of younger persons in the union now, and that they're making strides on the separation, because the separation is something that all of us have been complaining about. Persons feel intimidated, they feel uncomfortable if they think that the government is heavily involved, especially if it's an issue that they're having with a government entity. So the separation is essential. But for the caller that you just called in, you can definitely visit them before Friday. You can get the T-shirt and you can let them know that you are in support of their cause.
Yes.
So the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. So we are here. So many discussions, so many talking points that we have.
Yeah, I think that initiative is good. Like I said to the young lady, Miss Nata, when she was here, a lot of these persons get disadvantaged in their workplace, and they must feel a sense of comfort. There must be a way for them to at least go and get some sort of justice, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're highlighting this, and that there's going to be an entire day where they're going to be focusing on them and appreciating them and accepting. I think she said registration for June is free. There's no charge.
Yeah.
And I think it's $10. She said $10 annually. So $10 is, I don't think you can get a good lunch for $10. So it's next to nothing.
Yeah.
So feel free to join, guys.
So apparently in the Bahamas, the search continues for a missing pilot and plane. Just something for persons to know.
I saw that. It's crazy. I don't know what has been going on with air traffic recently. This morning I saw that a plane went down in the Amazon, in the jungle, not the Amazon, in the jungle of Colombia, and the mother died, the pilot died, but the 4 children that were on the plane survived, and the ages were, I think, 13, 9, 5, and a 1-year-old, and they found them just Friday. Maybe Friday. They found them on Friday. They were actually all alive. They had been eating fruits, and the 13-year-old had been taking care of everyone. And so now they're all in hospital, but everybody's just happy that they're alive. Yes, they lost their mom, but the 4 children are alive. I don't know what's been going on with planes recently.
Updated, a possible debris found from downed aircraft. That's the Bahamas again.
The same plane?
Yeah.
Oh, for the love.
Yeah, so. Alright. Well, in a little lighter regional news, woman celebrates 100th birthday in Grenada. So Grenada has a news, lady who has made her 100th birthday on June 8th, 2023. Let me see, her name is Lyris Holder. So positive news.
This is in Grenada?
Grenada. Grenada. And we've had some persons here in St. Kitts and Nevis who have passed the 100-year mark.
We had a celebration, was it a few weeks ago?
Perhaps it's around the same time.
Centenarian Day?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did see it on the AG's Facebook. Because I think his grandmother was one of them. There was at least four persons being celebrated.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It is.
Do we have anything on any update on the fatality this morning?
None as yet. I know that there's some persons who have been circulating pictures indicating, of the person who, died, but I don't hear the official word yet from any source.
Okay. All right. So let's see what else is happening in the news.
Well, you have Miss Franklin. You're looking lovely, guys. Keep it up.
Oh, thank
the
you.
Comment there on the Facebook Live.
You're back to reading the comments.
Yeah.
You guys want to take a call? Island T, you're on.
Yes, good morning to everybody, man. How you guys doing?
Hi, what's up?
We're good. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know if you guys covered this or mentioned this at all, but I'm gonna go straight to your new famous artist, Byron Messiah. I understand that this man was in a serious accident in Jamaica.
Oh yes.
Thank you for bringing
my prayers goes out to him, and I just want to encourage him, man, to be careful in his travels. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Because this new stardom that he is coming up on right now, he got to be careful in his travels and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and I know the music festival is coming up, and a lot of persons are going to travel to St. Kitts to sing, perform, and those persons, pretty much would want to see him perform. When they travel there. So my prayers goes out to him. And like I said, I want to encourage him to really be careful out there, man, because, we lost a star on the Nevis end, a star cricketer, Renako Morton, when he was in his prime. And, I just want to wish this man the best, man. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Different than that, we found out that, Canada has now lifted some type of restrictions with the visa. And I want you guys to maybe explain that the visa-free status now to Canada. Like, they have put out like a bulletin.
Yeah, I saw it.
I noticed that there's some fine print in that thing because I want to know how is that going to benefit new persons that want to travel there, because I noticed that they said persons who had visas from before, they're going to have some leeway for them to get into Canada, but is there any way you guys can delve into that and explain to the public, please? All right, that's it for now, man. All right, thanks, man.
Thank you so much for your
Also,
call.
the Facebook, someone has reminded us of the National Assembly meeting today, Monday.
Oh, really? Today?
Yeah.
The thing is, remember we were talking about last week about there's always so much stuff that we don't get to. The Byron Messiah thing was one.
Oh, yes.
I did know about it, but so much stuff going on.
Mhm.
People,
I'm just happy
excuse me.
that he survived it
Yeah.
because the car was
people-
wrecked, pretty wrecked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People hear us here, they don't realize how many things are going on.
Yeah.
And how many things we have to juggle. It's not like we're just sitting here waiting for stuff to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's good to know. It's good to know that he's fine because wouldn't be.
We definitely want him here for Music Fest
Mhm.
and for after that, even after
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
Byron, be safe out there, hang in there.
Yeah. So the caller called about the Canadian. So 5 Caribbean countries added to Canada's partial visa waiver, and this is from Loop News. And it's June 6th. It says Canada has announced the addition of 13 countries to its electronic travel authorization program for eligible travelers, with 5 Caribbean countries added to the list. The announcement was made by Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship. A press release states travelers from these countries who have either held a Canadian visa in the last 10 years or who currently hold a valid U.S. non-immigration visa can now apply for an ETA instead of a visa when traveling to Canada by air. So it would mean that persons who held a Canadian visa within the last 10 years and one who currently holds, if you have the US visa now, the non-immigration visa, the ones that we all use to get back and forth, the
B1,
US,
B2,
yeah. So you can apply not for so you have to apply for an ETA. Effective today, eligible travelers from these countries can benefit from the program. We have Antigua and Barbuda. I'm just going to call out the Caribbean ones: St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. There are other 8 outside of the Caribbean. The statement adds that introducing visa-free air travel will make it easier, faster, easier, and more affordable for thousands of travelers to visit Canada for up to 6 months for either business or leisure. It would also help grow Canada's economy by facilitating more travel, tourism, and international business by strengthening Canada's relationship with these countries while keeping Canada safe. The decision will also divert thousands of applications from Canada's visa case load, allowing the country to process visa applications more efficiently, which will benefit all visa applicants. Individuals who already have a valid visa can continue to use it to travel to Canada. Those who are not eligible for the ETA or who are traveling to Canada by means of other than air will still need a visitor visa. So quick facts: the ETA is a digital travel document that most visa-exempted travelers need in order to travel or to be in transit through Canada air. The ETA application is used by Canadian officials to conduct light touch pre-travel screening of air travelers. It costs Canadians $7 to apply, and most applications are automatically approved within minutes. To apply for at ETA, travelers need only a visa, a valid passport, credit card, and an email address and access to internet. So it will take out the travel that that persons and all of the documents that you don't need to apply for the visa. So basically, based on the article, my understanding is that if you had a Canadian visa within the last 10 years, or if you currently hold a US visa, non-immigration one, the one that we use to go back and forth in the US, that you could just go online, apply for the ETA, which is an automatic thing. Basically, they say you just need a passport and access to internet, and that's it. So, and it's $7.
So let me ask you a question. The last time I went to Canada was before that thing happened.
Yeah.
Which was 2013.
Yeah.
So how would that apply to me?
What type of visa
But
did
then,
you have?
I didn't have a visa because you didn't need a
but
visa.
then,
at the
but
time.
then I think it would apply to what they said. They said the last 10 years. So if you had a
Right, so-
Canadian visa within the last 10 years, you just.
But I didn't have a visa because you
Right.
didn't need a visa.
You didn't need a
That's
visa.
my point. Yeah.
But if you have a US visa,
Yeah.
then you can use
You
the
could just
ETA.
use you
So
could
it's
just
two
use the US
categories.
Yeah, but my US visa is ran out last year, I think.
Oh,
Right. So
I
I
think-
would suggest in a case like yours apply
for the
get
US,
your US visa,
and then apply
use
for the ETA.
Because when I did the process for my Canadian visa, I had to go to Barbados to do biometrics and all of that. And then COVID happened, and so my visa expired. So I'm eligible because I have both the US visa and my visa was issued within the
So is
last
it any
10 years.
easier now to get a US visa? Do I have to go to Barbados?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I still have to go to
no,
Barbados?
Yes.
No, but I think that you
No,
could
they
just send
change it
down. They
now.
change it down that you could
When-
just.
You
I think
send
you
it
could
by-
just.
Unless you're renewing.
Yeah, if you're renewing.
Right, but-
You're talking about first time applicants.
Yeah.
No, renewing.
We're
You're
talking
just
about,
renewing.
if you're just renewing, I think you don't have to go down there. You
Oh.
just
Could
could just
send
send
it.
it down.
Okay.
So it makes, and I
the-
actually like this step
They
that
had
Canada has
something
taken.
recently where I think the fees were raised for the US visa.
The fees were
That's what I'm
raised.
thinking
Oh.
about. Yeah, the
Okay.
fees were raised.
You see, and I mean, they have added the 5 countries, thank God, thanks and Avis, isn't it? But it makes it so much
Been
easier
petitioning
because
enough.
if you already have your US visa, and I guess, the US already does the screening anyway.
Exactly, that due diligence is already done by
Yes.
them.
So you just say, okay, then US has already, pressure these countries, pressure these holders.
They
so
already gone through the
Yeah.
rigors.
It's always so weird, like when you're in Canada and you have to go down to the States and then
Border Patrol.
and the Canadians are much nicer,
And they are?
To
Oh, yeah,
me,
they,
yeah.
okay.
Never visited, so.
But
And maybe now is
Canada's
the time to
always
go and
like,
get it and
other than the
visit.
visa implementation that they placed in position a
The
couple of
American-
years ago.
yeah.
Persons always said that Canada is seen more welcoming and stuff like that when it comes to immigration. In fact, Canada does ask for people to come and work.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do have this work program.
The Americans behave like they just
Canada
stop
has,
up.
Caraval, there's a good amount of Caribbean population over there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So, Carabana.
I mean, when I used to go down to New York sometimes, went to Detroit a couple times, and you go down and it's so, well, like,
And look at the cost from the ETA,
Yeah,
$7
when I saw
Canadian
seven, right,
dollars.
I looked at it like 3 times. I'm like,
Well,
is that a typo?
Actually, no. When I was a student, it was much
Was that in
different. I don't know. It might have been a student thing. They used to be pretty cool, like
The Canadians?
Yeah, but when I've traveled since that, they tend to be no.
The
they
US.
Yeah, they were cool. They were all cool. Like when I'm going through to the US, when I'm going south, it was fine. I've seen them rough up other people and sometimes they'd bring a dog onto the bus, make us leave the bus and bring a dog onto the bus.
To do all the checks.
Yeah, and then, but then they were always pretty nice. When they saw I was a student, they would say, "Okay, go ahead."
Yeah.
And then, which was nice. But then, when you're,
So $7 Canadian
So
is like
just watch your Twitter
14
posts. You don't want them to be
14 something
Googling you
EC.
and seeing Twitter, oh, the US immigration is this. I just joking, Jamster.
actually, maybe I'll go on and do that. Maybe I'll go on and say that. Hey,
Now look what you did. You already know he's wrong.
I'm just playing.
So the $7 Canadian, let me rope him in.
I'll
Let
go
me
rogue
rope
on
him
that
in.
ass. Yeah.
You see what you started?
So go ahead with this.
$7 Canadian. It's only $14.17 EC. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you see, and all that travel, you just make sure if you want to go to Canada, make sure you do it before your US visa expires. Take advantage,
Yeah.
So it's wonderful.
Let's see how that goes.
Guys,
You know what? Let's just take a quick break.
yeah, and I want to say too that I'll have to go now.
Yes.
I have
Okay.
matters that need addressing, so I'll smell you guys later tomorrow,
All right,
Tuesday.
All right, Frank.
I saw Jamster use the smell you later Friday.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he felt
Smell
like
you
you didn't do it
Yes.
the right way.
Yes. So I'll smell
You
you.
have to say it in a tone.
Yes, I'll smell you guys later tomorrow.
He's still not happy.
I mean, it sounds weird. How you gonna smell you later tomorrow? Isn't that like a double tomorrow?
Well,
and
it's
then
No, it's
later?
like, I yelled to the cabbie, "You're home,
trust
smell
me,
you
it
later."
is highly appropriate when you're leaving a smelly taxi cab or smelly anyway.
And hair has been cleaned, carpets and all.
Yes. People and
So,
all.
Unless you're referring to my perfume, yes.
Yes.
Smell you later.
Yes.
Or the coffee.
Yes. So we'll take a short break.
Yeah,
and then
we
you
will.
gotta get back with Jamster and Candy.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
When Watch me a bust and smile now. Ah boy. Freestyle, free buster, a freestyle. Watch we a playing full color meanwhile. One leap of flavor, every one of them tries. The drink are refreshing and nice. Me tell you say a buster, me buy you with my money. This a everybody drink, I know me one love it. Have it ya, for the kids, them daddy harmony. Buster, we playing full color. Correct, I am here.
Magnum. Take charge, take charge, take charge, take charge, take charge, take. Everybody put your Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum and when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah, yeah. Right now a Magnum a for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
And we are back.
So we've had quite
Just
a
the
bit
two
happening
of us.
this morning. I can't sing, I'm not going to join in, but I like that song. I think Will Smith did a remix as well.
Actually, yeah. That's one of my... actually, I need to go and buy that off iTunes because I never had that album, and I always thought it was a good Father's Day song. I need to buy that song.
I loved that song as a kid.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, for real.
Because my mom is a music fanatic.
Okay, I'll probably have to buy that one off iTunes. No, because it's a good Father's Day song.
It is. So there, I saw you building up your little Father's Day list.
What?
You were playing something this morning about...
Oh, yeah. Chris Martin.
Right.
Mom and Dad, yeah.
Okay, great. So you're building up your Father's Day list.
Yeah.
What do you usually do for Father's Day?
Well, it's not what I do, it's what they do.
What do they usually do?
Well, they give me handmade cards, which is very nice.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Somehow that hits different than a store-bought card,
does.
you know?
Yes, I hope you keep them. I have like a box
I do.
full
I
of cards
stick
from
them,
my sisters when they went through that phase.
I stick them in the mirror.
That is the cutest thing ever.
The dressing room mirror. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And you get a break from the kitchen on that Sunday?
No, I don't want breaks from the kitchen. I like cooking.
So even on Father's Day, they put you in the kitchen?
I cook. Yeah, I don't care.
Oh,
okay. I like cooking. Cooking is, like sometimes I say, like I always make fun of the British and the fact that they're not really good at cooking and so right. So I always go. The difference between me and a British person is that cooking is not an afterthought. What? It's a passion. Jesus. It's not an inconvenience.
I don't know how
it's
you have never gotten a letter for your mouth. Very unfiltered.
Certain other transgressive people don't get letters for their mouth. Why should I get one?
Very unfiltered.
Yeah. Okay.
I like cooking too.
Okay.
It relaxes me.
Yeah. I like cooking. I told you guys about the mango syrup, right?
Yes, you did. You did.
Yeah. So I did summer roast vegetables yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like, you know how that goes, right?
Yes, it's in season.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I cook. I
You
told
cook?
you I'm working on a cookbook. So yeah.
I have to sidle over there sometimes.
Oh yes, you do know where I live. Oh.
Let's take this call. Island T, you're on.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Azard. How are you and the lady there?
Good morning. My name is Candy, so you can call me Candy.
I'm
Azard
doing fine in
stepped
my
out.
best Azard voice.
I like how you say that she's all around. That's what keep a good marriage together when a man like to help in around the house.
Nice.
That is nice, you know. While the wife doing something, he doing helping peeling the food or something else. Preparing the salad or something.
I know.
And the lady do everything like some men do. Just want the lady do everything. They just sit at the table and fold the big mouth.
Maybe that's why he's still married. Let's hear.
I have a concern. Oh, happy Father's Day when you come. I didn't say that. Sorry about that.
When is it, by the way?
Next Sunday.
I have a concern about if you go to Brinston Hill for church and you got to pay this kind of money to pass today. Don't you believe you're supposed to get a guide, a tour guide, and explaining to you how your purchase was before, now and so on. What it was all about, the British and the French and everybody fought there and where to save our country. We were express us, not getting this big passing money.
What's the cost to go in now?
Huh?
What's the cost to go into Brimstone Hill now?
15 US ahead.
Oh, wow.
And then you ain't getting no explanation. That is really bad. They need to put somebody up there to give you a tour guide.
You know, that's
I
actually a
don't
good.
think
That
we had it
makes a
long
good point.
time ago.
Yes, yes.
You can't be taking money and just the taxi drop you there, something drop you there, nobody know where. Why it was here, you just there taking pictures.
Yeah, and you kind of left to roam on your own and discover things on your own.
Yeah, that is not nice. They need to get into, get that, you know.
At least
You
have
know,
somebody
looking
there if you
after-
have a question, at least. That
Yes,
can explain.
that, you know, you could get a little idea. And next thing, these people who they say they let us settle in our country, and we're going to feed them. My Mr. Prime Minister, me ain't got no money, you know, me, you know, that ain't supposed to, you know. Because, darling, Candisie, I remember when you was a, you know, in the born it, because you're not born in the 80s, you're born in the 80s there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you're Mr. Azard. When you got to be running in water in some man who got when this man thought to come for you. I got a policeman down here, you know, to make joke on what happened to us. Those people are supposed to settle down, organized by now, to be getting out the country, and that is not right for them to both they settling with people who they know from here now.
You mean the Haitians, huh? I think they're the Haitians you're referring to. I think according to regular entry standards, they're given 6 months. So we're actually scheduled to have someone come in and explain how it's actually going to work. So tune in tomorrow. We're going to have someone come in and explain all the details that we didn't get from the news article.
Nearly over 6 months a year, we're not going away 6 months again. We're going on there. I don't understand this putting job your foot and coming away into that, you know. Because that's taxpayers' money you want to go find to feed them deal. I don't pay out for this house, which you all hear me.
Yes.
Pay out for my land last, not the house yet, the land last week, which you all was hear me complaining, you know. Don't write up my deeds, I got my paper in my hand, you know. And it's not right for me to be paying a portion of tax for the house. I pay this $150 won't come mine. But that's too much for the extra $200 for. I mean, sorry, it's 3 something. So the extra 100 and something, $40 for. That is something else, you know. We need to get this thing straight because people are hurted. And we need to get this. I beg them, make it so long they had them people from the time, darling, candidate, they run away. They were supposed to be able to fix them and put them back on somewhere. And they used to send us home.
What happened is because of the law.
Your mother was young. In the 70s, something they happened in St. Thomas, right? And Mr. Bradshaw went down there, they said, and whatever it was, all the government get together and there was, speaking about the small island and whatever. And when other countries say, well, me no got nothing, from me people, them, I will like you all to help them. Mr. Bradshaw says, send them home.
Okay, caller.
They come home by the dozens. So I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Thank you for your call.
Don't frustrate me. I rallied too much last year. I let know so to God them know what frustrate me this year.
Well, we'll find out. We'll put your questions to him tomorrow for sure, and hopefully you can get a call to call in, so we'll be able to address concerns, because I know there are a lot of persons that have concerns about the article.
Okay, so I was just reading this.
Same article?
About the Cameroonian.
Oh, that's the Cameroonians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
with the Haitians, I know what the article said is that they're going to be going. That's the one I would have sent to you guys. They're going to be staying with Haitians that are already living here. So the Haitian community came together and said, look, we're willing to welcome and help our brothers and sisters. I'm not sure what the group made up of in terms of male and female.
How come we such pushovers with this stuff?
But I wouldn't
understand.
necessarily say it's a pushover, because remember, we don't have all the details. Remember, they had a case in court, And what the article said is that they're going to allow them to be here for at least 6 months. So let's see what happens, because I'm guessing there are conditions to that release.
Yeah, well, what could go wrong? What can possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yes. That's a rhetorical question for the day.
What could possibly
Same
go
thing.
wrong? What could
same
possibly
thing.
go wrong with the Cameroonians?
Well, them too. Them too. I mean,
I said, we've had a busy weekend as it relates to immigration and national security. That's why I started my convo that way.
You know what rankles? The Antiguans say, "Oh, we're not going to allow them to."
Don't even start me up with that.
We're not going to allow them to re-enter. But so we just let people traipse in here.
Well, no, we went the humanitarian way, and there's a lot to be said for that, because remember, that's not the way the world works. Remember, there's diplomacy, there's human rights, there's treaties and agreements, and then we also have citizens that travel overseas. So I think in the grand scheme of things, there's a right and a wrong way to do things, and I think that Dr. Drew put all of that into consideration.
We have a call. Go right ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sorry to jump back so quick, but what
Okay,
I noticed,
I'm expecting a call. So can you call back? I'm expecting a call. Okay, I was expecting a call. Someone wanted to correct the Brimson Hill.
Oh, okay. So Brimstone Hill heard. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just awaiting the call.
Oh, okay.
And
that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. But it might be well, let me wait to hear what they say, because I'm thinking it's a big park and staffing and upkeep.
Because I was wondering, if it's not two different prices for locals and tourists.
I think they have two different prices indeed.
Okay, but
I'm trying to remember what the sign says when you drive up, but I haven't been up there in a while. So.
I mean, if they don't have guides, that's actually a very good idea.
But they do have like this thing that you can walk around with, like almost like a
tablet type thing. No.
What's the word? Like a walkie-talkie type of thing.
Oh.
And you could like put it to your ear. I'm not sure if that still works.
So that sort of takes the place.
But then it's like a handset.
It's
so
like
you,
an
but you
auto
still
guide.
have to pay. Yes, but you still have to pay to get one of those.
Okay.
So it kind of comes back to the same thing.
Okay, so I'm hoping he. Okay, here we go. Let's hope this is it. Island T, you're on.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. But could you be...
as a taxi operator, I just want to weigh in on that to let you know that for Brimstone Hill, it is not like you said where you go up there paying the $15, and that's for tourists, that's not for locals. You know, you do not pay $15 or 40 easy as a local. I carried, well, for group, you can pay even 10 easy or less.
Okay.
As a group of as much as 12 persons, as little as 12 persons, you can pay even $1 easy per person.
And do they have guides?
And when you go there, you also have the orientation room where you don't even have to pay to go in there. Once you already pay at the gate, you have free access to the orientation room where they explain everything about the hill to you as to how it was constructed, where they constructed, and who did this and who did that. You know, it's a room where as much as maybe 40, 50 persons can sit in at the same time. And you actually get all that information from a big screen TV.
Okay.
You know, so
okay. Caller, just one sec. I
with the information over and over.
Caller, hold on. I just caller number 2. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Okay.
I endorse what the taxi driver is saying as well, that the cost for visitors is $15.
Visitors.
But for locals with proof of ID, it is $10 EC. Furthermore, if you are a member of the Brimstone Society, which is only $50 EC per year, you can visit at any time without charge and bring along 2 guests yourself.
Okay.
So 3 persons can visit at a time, at any time, unlimited visits to the hill. And as the taxi driver said, there's an orientation room in which there is I think it's about a 20-minute talk. In addition, there are members of staff who are properly dressed in the uniform who are walking or mixing, and one can ask questions about aspects of the hill that one may inquire. I would concede it would be nice to be able to have more of these guides dotted around the hill, but the challenges are that, especially in this show season, there are not as many visitors, and because Brimstone Hill is run exclusively from the proceeds of gate admittance, the challenges are faced by the society. Brimstone Hill is owned by the state, but the operations of Brimstone Hill are conducted by the Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park Society, which gets no state support of any kind. All the expenses of operating Brimstone Hill come from the contributions of members' fees, or from $15 US for visitors, or $10 EC for locals.
Thank you so much for your calls and for the clarification. Yes. I like the fact that he did say, they could still be a little bit more accessible, but I'm glad that we got updated information. So, and I do know that it's not government owned. There's a Brimstone Hill Society.
But like he said, it is government owned, but they have to fend for themselves.
Yeah, that is who manages it. It's the same thing with the St. Christopher National Trust.
Yeah.
It's subsidized, but most of the things that they do there,
they
kind of have to fend for their
You're gone,
own.
right? I think
one
he's
of them.
gone.
I think we lost the taxi driver.
Yeah, well, the taxi
But
driver
thank you
is
guys
gone,
for calling
yes.
and clarifying that. So the visitors, so persons that are coming off of cruise ships and maybe on planes and stuff like that, those are the ones that have to pay the $15 US. Locals pay a different price. Remember, we were saying that, but I didn't know the price.
That's what I was
haven't
thinking.
been there in a while.
When she said it, I said, I'm pretty sure it's a different price.
10
for
EC,
locals.
right? That's what both of them said. 10 EC.
So
that's not too bad.
I
And
mean,
then in the orientation room, I'm guessing they tell you about all the different aspects and what you're going to see on the tour. So after that, you're kind of left to, visit and browse on your own. But again, one of the callers pointed out that there's staff around. So if you maybe you can't remember,
and I also
maybe
think
you have
it's
a question, an additional question.
I also think it's fair that given the let's say maybe the income
Remember I was
constraints
telling
they
you
can't
that?
have. Yeah, they probably can't.
And it's
have.
a big park.
Yeah, it's a big park, exactly. So that's fair.
Mm.
And I love to say I find a lot of times kitchens and divisions we're not reasonable at all.
Yeah.
And
up there is nicely maintained.
Yeah.
I've never gone up there and seen it in a deplorable state or seen it messy or
it's always nicely manicured and
it's very well kept.
And you can tell a lot of care is taken in maintaining the masonry and so on. So okay, well that's gonna do it.
Kudos to Brimstone Hill Society.
I need to take the kids up there. I've been saying that for years.
Father's Day.
Like a picnic type thing.
Sunday. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe not a bad idea. Yeah.
Not gonna charge you for consulting about this event. It's on the house.
Okay.
Have a good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Island Tea. See you guys here tomorrow.
Yeah, and we have Spin Cycle coming up next. Spin Cycle Power Hour, a lot of nice music.
I was about to ask you if there's like a theme today.
No, just nice
music.
Just nice music. Yeah.
All right, I'll listen to see if you sneak in that.
The only criterion is nice music.
Look at that. I'll listen to see if you sneak in my favorite Janet, my most recent.
Janet? Okay.
She had a concert recently.
Yeah,
Did you see
that.
it?
Yes, I saw that.
What in the world was that? You saw it, right? With her, with the 23-year-old.
Wow, so what's wrong with it? I don't.
What was she doing with him, Jamster? There's
she was
nothing
dancing.
wrong with that.
She was dancing.
No, did
you mean
not
kissing
see
him
the
and
action?
stuff? You mean the kissing? So what?
On stage.
So what?
All right.
I don't understand all of a sudden.
I'm the prude. All right then.
No, I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay. Yeah. It's probably made the guy's day.
Jamster, have a good day. Have a good day today.
I'm never gonna. Nothing is ever gonna be wrong when it comes to Janet.
Janet, right?
In my book, yeah.
Yeah, I can see where you're biased. I can get on that, but
I'll play
that
your
was a
track.
bit intense for me.
You
I was
think?
like, what's happening with Janet? Was this a Velvet Rope song?
Janet. I saw one concert where she did that thing with Buster. She did that song with Busta Rhymes. Yeah.
Well, I absolutely adore Janet,
And at the end,
that's
Busta
one of
was-
my favorite albums.
And
so.
Buster was giving her flowers, like you know.
He's a pretty cool dude too.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Buster,
listen out to see what you bring to the
I
table
will,
today.
I will. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You do too.
Thank you.
Spin Cycles next.
The real gen of them drink Campari. Link up your girl with the Campari. Day or night with